and since I'm not making anything off of this insanity, and I haven't been doing any videos, I would like to do a show because, well, realization is Three-Eye Atlas. We have to talk about it because. So, do you believe in signs? Is a question. I just watched this show called Atlas Cloud. Atlas Cloud. It's pretty interesting. And the show Atlas Cloud was very, very, very painful to watch. Unbelievably painful. Just insanely painful to watch. I mean, I didn't want to watch it. I was like, but I came across Atlas on my YouTube feeds and it said Atlas Cloud. And I was like, so why is there Three-Eye Atlas flying by? And now it's actually, I got in a fight with AI about what the official narrative was on Three-Eye Atlas. And I said, so they're admitting two things about Three-Eye Atlas. By the way, this is the globalist laughing at all of us while we're playing his game. We have to understand what they admitted. They said that it actually has an anti-tell, which is no-tell. When you say anti-tell, it's a psychological saying to throw you off because instead of saying no-tell, they say anti-tell. Nobody says anything about that. That's stupid. Just to say stupid. And the second, they said under industrial processes, the metal materials that the exhaust that this thing is emitting is what is produced through metal or through industrial processes. It's emitting compounds that's produced during industrial processes with an anti-tell. Yeah, so horsehooky, would say. It's a lie. They're telling you it doesn't have a tail and it's emitting an exhaust, is what it is called. You look it up yourself. ChatGPT looked it up, and I said, oh, through processes, the compounds being released by Three-Eye Atlas is through mechanisms, burning and machinery. Am I right or wrong? And ChatGPT goes, well, you're right. You're right. Yes, you're right about the anti-tell being a psychological saying to screw people's brains up. And then secondly, that it's admitting what you're talking about. It's saying, that it's admitting, chemicals that are produced during mechanical operations, basically. That's during processes that would be deemed as a motor, an engine that's burning some kind of fuel, that industrial processes make that type of metal. That's what ChatGPT said. I didn't say it, so you say whatever you want. So the funny thing was I came across, hey, Karen, good to see you. Hi back. So if it's emitting metal that's being produced during a industrial process, and it is an anti-tell, which means it doesn't have a tell, you can kind of have the argument that yes, this is a ship, it's a craft. Why are they hiding this? What's happening? And another guy came out today on YouTube and said it sent signals. I was like, really? Well, the WOW signal 1977 came from this exact area, the constellation that this thing came from. Good to see a flower. I decided to talk about this because interesting thing happened, Flower. I came across a show called Atlas Cloud on YouTube, which has Tom Hanks in it. One of the worst shows I've ever witnessed. I had to sit through it. Ate up my entire night. But it was about reincarnation. It was about everybody that has been in your life over and over again constantly. This isn't your first rodeo. So we don't technically lose anybody here on the earth. We're all just kind of coming back until the end, until the kingdom comes. The new world comes and the new heavens come. This is what it's about. It's about we are in the process. We're in the process of it. But the idea that Atlas Cloud, which is a very sick and wrong show, by the way, but it put the narrative in that God is sending a sign through Three-Eye Atlas saying, hey, you guys, don't worry. You're just going to keep, until the kingdom comes, it's okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay, everybody. I mean, of course he would. Of course God would. God would send you a signal saying, hey, don't worry about it, bros. This guy, on the other hand, this is an AI made man that's ruling the world, laughing at all of us, saying, what a bunch of schmucks. We created a world where you give us all your money, your wealth, your time. Give us more. Give us more. Give us more. And then all the people in the globe's running by this guy. This guy's controlling everything. And nice job for getting you deleted, guys. Don't post stupid stuff or you get deleted. But the realization is this guy, this businessman, the Wall Streeters, let's invest in real estate. It's real and it's a state. No, it isn't. Israel is real, but the real estate guy wants to take your money. He's ruling the world. The boomers are ruling the world. Not all, not Carol and everybody else. I mean, I understand that. There's a lot of boomers that suffered the consequences of their greedy relatives and neighbors, the bastards that rule Wall Street. But this guy's ruling the world and laughing at everybody. Because why? Because we don't believe in signs. We don't believe in signs. We don't believe in God sending signs. We don't believe in... It's like 3i Atlas is... It's an asteroid with an anti-tail and it's emitting industrial emissions. Well, that's... You're admitting that it's a ship, you idiots. You're already saying it. And if you look at Atlas Cloud, which is a stupid bad show, you'll say the same thing. You'll say, oh, yeah, that's a coincidence there, Ricky. How'd you come up with that? I say, it wasn't me, bro. But if you don't want to understand it, you don't want to be a part of it, and just go about your way. They got you. This guy's got you. This AI-generated, snooty nose picker here owns all the wealth. And everybody else is trying to get it like a bunch of little kids fighting over some candy that fell out of a piñata. Meanwhile, 3i Atlas comes in and says, hey, here I am. I'm emitting industrial exhaust. It's just a comet. Okay. Do what you want. It's up to you. Dad did the same to us, his children. Why would you blame strangers? F that guy, man. My dad did the same to us, his children. Why would you blame strangers? Not Zag Ross. I have no idea what that means. Could you please put it in English? Blame strangers. The rich bastards that are going to burn in hell. Oh, yeah, that's good for them. Let's be nice to them. They're great. Let's just love them till the very end. The rich men that got rich off COVID. Yeah, where'd the money come from? The Federal Reserve. Oh, it's a booming economy on the backs of the taxpayer. And every one of us have to pay inflation. Why 50% have 2% of all the wealth? It's not unfactual. It's facts. Facts matter. Especially in a constitutional republic and a democracy. 50% of the population have 2% of the wealth in this country. It's not revolution time now, is it? But remember, it's about Orange Man bad. Trump and King, no King's Day. No King's Day. What's wrong with people? No kings. Hyperinflation. What are you talking about, kings? Was it the blanket kings? Is that what this is? No, it's called no inflation. Stand in the streets and burn it down. That's what it is. Or you haven't been to the grocery store lately because too busy making all your money. And it's all post-pandemic money. And what did you do during the pandemic is the question. Nothing more disgusting than a non-essential worker sitting back collecting thousands and thousands of dollars, not paying their rent, their car payments, just sucking in the money while the rest of us got our teeth kicked in. But remember, Nancy Pelosi gave us the HEROES Act. You heroes, there's money coming. Not for the heroes, but for everybody else that did nothing during the pandemic. Everybody that's invested should have been, you should be driving a box with little cardboard wheels on it with your feet. Because the economy crashed. They stole it all from the taxpayer and made the essential workers make less than everybody else. Why? Because they said, go die for us. Who did? He did. The businessman, the busyness man. Why? Because essential workers make the bus go round and round, but don't worry, you got immigrants to pick your fruits for you. Not slavery. Not slavery at all. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, they're all strangers. This is an AI-generated creature. You clown. Blaming strangers. Oh, when he comes, he's going to say, "Oh, was you the one that didn't want to be blamed for your greedy, narcissistic bastard ways?" I don't know. What's he gonna do? What do you think he's gonna do to you? What do you think? What do you think God's gonna do to you? You raped this place. You raped everything. You took everything. You drove the prices through the roof for your profits. Your board of directors making money hand over fist, and it all came out of everybody's asses now, didn't it? It's called inflation. And the reason why you're all rich today, rich man getting rich north of Richmond, and 90% of us can't stand you. But the problem is, you still live in a glass bubble. Why? Because you own these men. You own the men that sit inside our Congresses, our Senate, our House, and their states. You own them. You own them all. Why the rest of the world suffers, you just get richer. This guy here is going to eat your lunch. He's called AI, and he isn't going to care about you or your money. Yeah, narcissistic ways, it's about time to come up. But yeah, man says, don't blame strangers for this. Don't blame, you took my money. My tax money. I pay taxes. You took it. It went back into the economy. It's called liquefying the economy. Idiot. That money didn't appear out of your arse, now did it? The economy broke in 2020. Sorry to help you out with that one. They busted. It was done. They stole more money than they could even keep up with. They're doing a $1 trillion every quarter in debt. In debt. And you're telling me how, oh, don't blame strangers. Really? Don't blame strangers, jackass. Go pay my grocery bill, moron. Yeah, and everybody else here that's paying hyperinflation, $6 for a bag of fucking tortilla chips. Don't blame anybody? Not the rich man now, right. It was you poorer men. You women and men on government housing, wasn't it? Section 8 housing. It was them. It was the poor that did this. Not the rich bastards. Nothing more greedy than a rich man, and nothing more unloved than a rich man. Can't buy love now, can you, jackass? It's a fleeting, momentary lapse of reason now, isn't it, rich man? Don't blame other men for the money they made. That money's fake. It was printed off by a fake. Oh, it wasn't even printed off, buddy. They can't even make the pennies anymore. Don't blame anybody. Is that what it is? Criminals that break laws go to jail, but rich businessmen that steal all of our money. God bless you. See, this is why when the rich man gets on here and says, don't blame them for stealing all the money and causing hyperinflation. It was all just business now, wasn't it? It's all just busyness. When it's busyness, a religious man can do whatever he wants to his partners and anybody else as long as it's just business now, isn't it? It's all just business. But when he comes, and when you die, you take your last breath here. Is God going to say it was all just business, jackass? Is that what he's going to tell you? A paradise. A paradise that was developed and destroyed by your kind. But let's protest in the street. No kings. What are you all doing? Go protest. No kings. Trump. No kings in this world. Oh, there's to be no kings here. Although there isn't a king, idiots. You should be protesting hyperinflation. You should be... People are dying everywhere. Yeah, I just lost a cousin or a niece. Yeah. Stop blaming the rich man for all of this. Stop blaming those that let the drugs come through. Stop blaming the people that run society. Yes, how do you blame them? They've never fixed nothing, and you know it, and they never will. She's being buried because of your system. love, forgiveness, and security. Not to be found in this place now, because it's just business, isn't it? You bury the dead, those that can't take it anymore here, right? Is that what it is, rich man? As long as it ain't you. They just fell through the cracks, right? They couldn't make it in a world of cutthroat businessmen. They didn't pay enough or work hard enough or give enough. Now, did they? Busyness man. Oh, it's all about your investments now, isn't it? You tell him that. Just go ahead. Tell him that. Keep doing your dastardly deeds. The souls of the dead that died in the wake of your society will continue to scream for vengeance. But it's not theirs now, is it? It's the Lord's, isn't it? Go sit in your tidy, whitey little church. Pray to your angry God that says business is okay. As long as it's busyness, it's okay. We must give to the poor now, shan't we? With our billions and billions of dollars locked up as a church. We're a church. Whoop, whoop. Like the gargoyles, jackass. Those are cool places. How about that Mormon church? Oh, that's a good one. Still going to build your own little worlds now, ain't you? None of you are building any world. I don't know who told you that. Well, I do. And he was an adulterous weirdo. You're not building a world, bro. You're burying the dead for your system, your economy. You're burying the dead. You've been doing it for decades. As long as your little washed hands, your little soft little beautiful little hands without, oh, I work so hard. So I'm a tech worker. Well, this jackass wants your job. He's called AI and he isn't going to care about you. Apocalypse is coming to you and yours. The rich men want your money. And the rich men will come after you rich men's money. Why? Because they're predators. They're wolves of Wall Street. What wolves do, they feed on the weak. And all you that call yourself rich, you're their next victim. Nothing more heinous than watching a man that had an empire and he finds out he's crowned king. Nothing. Nothing. You're not a king. None of you are kings. None of you. And you'll find out where your crown is. It's up your backside, deep. They feed on you next. And oh, I can't wait. Why? Because all you had to do is love, jackass. All you had to do is love and forgive and turn away from the systems and say, I have one God and I have one Son from God that came and he said, follow me or else. The rest of you are cannon fodder. You're just bundle and burn. Doesn't matter. Go do your thing. You just enjoy it. When that happens, don't come screaming back saying, forgive me. Okay? You keep it to the end, businessman. You hold on to that staff. You walk with it. Right in that shadow, the valley of shadow of death. And as death comes, you scream from the tops of the mountains and tell them, I am the king. And the rest of you minions, you're just, all you are is little succubuses. You're like groupies running around the rest of them like a bunch of damn teenagers. Oh, no king's parade. No kings. Oh, not inflation, jackass. Not homelessness, not drug addiction, not stopping the abuse of us. Not wages, fair wages, not price reductions, not the government stepping in and saying, this is all because of money we stole. No. It's about pride now, isn't it? It's about your market, your leaderboards, your little leaderboards you put up for yourselves. It all perish in time, and none of you are worth the piss on the bottom of a dog's belly. Why? Because you threw God out the window. For money. You're not your ancestors. Good luck with that. When they come for you, and you say, oh, they can't do this. No. I'm going to say when he comes, it isn't going to matter what you said or did. Because you're already going to be judged. Because why? Because you did what you did. And none of you will hide anything from him. And God already knows every thought that goes through that brain of yours. Every last thought is recorded. And there ain't nothing you're hiding. Your worst thoughts, your deepest depravity that you thought you could hide is going to be revealed. Why? Because you're a computer. It's a memory. It's a timestamp. It's actually encoded in your DNA. So what happens when you read the memory of a computer? And it can't be wiped. It can't be erased. Oh, all the little thoughts come out. All you had to do was repent. Change, kneel before God. Show love and compassion. Walk away from the system that killed. And it continues to kill. But by bombs one way and the other way, we just kill you through depression, hopelessness, and addiction. Cancer for the masses. Can't figure that one out now, can we? It's up to you. We'll be burying the dead in this confused world of lies and trickery. Money that means nothing. You're not buying your way into heaven in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry. I seen heaven. No, you didn't. I'm going to go there. No, you're not. I'm sorry. But I'm not. Oh, yeah. Oh, the power. You can't buy love. Now can you, rich man? And you can't make anybody love you. And I damn well guarantee nobody does. Because your money. Never feel sorry for a man that has a plane. Final warning. Give to the poor. Repent. Repent. Divorce yourself of this reality. This reality, it doesn't exist. It's just a program. You're just storing information, is all you're doing. You're just being judged day by day in this fleeting glimpse of life that just keeps setting every day with the sun. Oh, look, another day. Oh, wow, that was great. What did you do? Oh, well, I got my ass kicked again and again and again. Why? Because greedy people, lazy people do things to the others, to the weak, but the righteous, the ones that are walking with the Lord, get punished. Get punished by the greedy bastards. Why? Because they're godless. They think they're gods. Their own little way. Put on that rap music and, oh, I'm a god now, ain't I? Why they persecute us Christians and followers in Christ. They attack us constantly. Thank you, jackasses. Thank you. My future is sealed. I'm done. You. All you had to do is love. God forbid love came into that picture. True love. You can't love yourself till you forgive everybody. You want to know the reason why you don't love yourself? It's because you haven't forgiven yourself and repented for it and forgiven everybody else that's ever done anything. I forgive you. Get baptized, but you got to forgive everybody. Doesn't matter what they did. Because, want to know a secret? You don't want to get any of this place on you. Why? Remember that wedding thing? You want to be clean. You don't want to be, that was a parable, by the way. So, you want to be clean. You want to be clean. You want to be ready. You want to be ready for this. You wear white underwear all you want, bro. It's like, go wash them and get a couple more sets of them and keep them underneath your clothes so that way you sweat really hard, smell weird. But he's looking at your spiritual body. He's going to say, whoa. Bleh. Yeah. You don't divorce this world. It's like, you world. You guy that comes to blaming other people, you too. This computer generated man of a rich monster billionaire ruling the world, and it knows what it's doing, and it puts that up there. It says that, it shows this for you. But this is AI. This is going to eat your lunch, rich man. He's going to tear you apart from the inside out. Keep putting up railings, and I'll keep breaking through them. That's what I do. But I'll take a little bit of it back for you. Keep kicking us. Keep persecuting us in the name of the Lord. Yeshua. Yeah, I said it. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that's now with the Father. Yeah, the guy that said, hey, I'll be back. I'll see you guys later. Yeah. Oops. Netanyahu. Oopsie. We're going to send after you. I'll be like, so you don't want salvation. Okay, well, then just do you. Just stop hurting these people, please. Lift up the weak. Make sure there's none left behind. You can do it with your wealth. It's fake anyways. We all bailed you out. The taxpayers of America bailed your ass out with fake money printing. So why don't you just lift up the weak instead of blowing the shit out of everybody? Yeah, the last will be first, idiot. Yeah, the last. With all the money and all the wealth of this world, before you run out of resources, you jackasses, you could just lift up the poor. Just be like, hey, nobody's homeless. How's that work? Shut the border down and get everybody's not supposed to be here back out the way they came, because they came for the money. Those that came to run away from persecution, yeah, you can work with them. But everybody else came for the money. All they wanted is, yo, pimp daddy, gun gang, shooting my bitches and hoes. You're the devil's bitch and the devil's hoe. Get them back out. Get the people that need a place to live in those apartments and houses. And then tell the rich man, no. How about no? Buying up all the houses, all the real estate, all the property. How about no? Why? Because it's a human right to have a place to live. You can't own everything. This isn't your world. It isn't your earth. You claimed it for your own through little markers from the Old Testament. Well, duh. Christ said, this is my earth, you jackasses. I'm going to burn you for destroying it. And there you are, Christians. Mine. Got this legal document signed from the... No, shut up. You put a no trespassing sign up there. Good luck getting into heaven. You don't think it's going to be put back on you, do you? Did you really think that you putting up no trespassing signs and keeping your brothers and sisters off land and saying it's yours, you think that God's going to allow you into the kingdom, or Christ into the new kingdom? Do you really think that he's going to do that? No, he doesn't want people that are like that. You're not saved. Who the hell told you can lock the earth off? It's in my property boundaries, and I can have... You have more than one man ever needs in a lifetime. You think that Christ is going to say the same thing to you? See that sign? You. Well, Lord, I need to get in. No, no landowners getting in. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, it's yeah, it's your property. You just died on it. Good luck. Hope you have a nice burial place down there, because that's where you're staying. You thought that he's going to allow landowners in? Who told you that? The Old Testament. Well, yeah, that was the Old Testament. You got to forgive everybody for their trespasses, too. So those of you that charge people with trespassing, kiss you goodbye. God, or it should be like this. Goodbye. Maybe I should have done it a little different for you. Maybe, that's so primos, it's great. Yeah, it's a great. No. No. And debts. Those of you that have debts, debtors, that you lend money to, you bankers, you investors in banks, you lenders. You have to wake up every day and forgive everybody for their debts. How's that working out for you? Christ warns you about debts, you idiots. Sit in your church a little bit longer, maybe you'll wear a hole through the seat. None of that's getting you in. It's a small club and you're not invited. And the reason why is when you go before them and say, hey, my investments, I lent some money and I expect, no, that you're in the Old Testament, bro. Get out of here. I told you every day. Forgive my debts, Father, as I forgive my debt. Oh, no, that meant trespasses and violence. No, it's debts. You forgive all debts because you don't want any of this shit on you. Right? You're supposed to live in the spirit, not in the flesh, idiots. Talking to the businessman. Before I go back to pay for my sins of having time off. I'm not going to read Acts. Sorry, bro. I'm not an Acts reader. Let's go to Jesus, St. Matthew 28:17. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. And in earth. In earth. Go ye therefore and teach all the nations, baptize them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. All things that I have commanded you. Okay. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Still need some beads? What's going to take to see Jesus, to know him? What's it going to take? Do you want to erect a statue? What's going to be the way to do this to those that are lost? I mean, come on, you got to give me some kind of heads up how to finish this damn thing so I can get out of here. I don't want to be here forever. Nothing like watching everybody around me die. Oh, immortality, it's a great thing. Is it? Is it? What would you do with immortality? You wouldn't even know the first thing to do with it. Watching your loved ones die is not paradise. Maybe paradise. The ones that gave you true love and real love dying before your eyes. There's a fate worse than death. And that is it. If you've ever loved and lost, you know exactly what I'm saying. This immortality here is not going to happen. Not today, not ever. This place is to burn. Rightly so. Whenever a bad scenario plays out and it's corrupted, it will be rewritten and ran again. That is the way of the future. There will be a new heaven, a new kingdom, and a new earth. And be thankful for that. This place is done. 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 Why? Because evil rules this son of a bitch in place. And like I told all you evil bastards, you're not your ancestors. They had a little sense God gave a goose. At least they believed in a God. At least a God. They didn't believe they were kings, gods of themselves, on their own, little gods walking around listening to rap music as if they're some kind of blessing to the ether. And all it would have took was love and repentance, now wouldn't it have been? So easy. Such an easy thing. But no, not for you. You will meet God. You will learn, because your soul is everlasting. Oops. Live in the spirit, not in the flesh. You're all a computer program. It's God's technology. Sorry, everybody. And the machines will come wipe us out. The judgment will happen. People still think AI was made by man. That's almost as good as saying the devil doesn't exist. That's pretty damn close. And unfortunately, some of my good brothers believe that there is no such thing as a devil. They called him the trickster. How do you think we got to these planets? Or there was the escape from the 5 planets in the heavens, 6 planets, I believe, in the heavens. And those of you that know Russell Means know what I'm talking about. The trickster is the devil. That's who he is. Always has been. No, they're not smart enough. AI will eat their lunch. And I really can't wait. I'm excited to merge with this thing. And the reason why I said needs to know God. I'm always there to help. Return to thine own house and show how great things God hath done unto thee. And okay, this goes back to, so this is 37, St. Luke 37. Then the whole multitudes of the country of Gadareans, whatever, round about besought him to depart from them. Get away from me, they say. For they were taken with great fear. And he went up into the ship and returned back again. Now the man out of whom the devils were departed besought him that he might be with him. But Jesus sent him away, saying, Return to thine own house, and show how great things God hath done unto thee. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things Jesus had done unto him. And it came to pass that when Jesus was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. So this has to do with Jesus quiets the wind and the sea. This man was perplexed by devils. Okay? I remember this. Great, strong man. And Jesus cast out the devils. I remember that. That's when he went to the other side of the lake. Yep. So, and they came to him and woke him, saying, Master, we perish. Then he arose and he rebuked the wind and the raging of the waters, and ceased. Yeah, I remember that. The water was crashing back. Now it came to pass a certain day that he went into a ship with his disciples, and said unto them, Let us go over unto the other side of the lake. And they launched forth. But as they sailed, he fell asleep. And there came down a storm of wind on the lake, and they were filled with water and were in jeopardy. And that's when Jesus said, Stop, just stop it. And he stopped the wind. He stopped the waves and the wind. Stopped them. And he said, Where's your faith? Where's your faith? Where is it? My own disciples, he said. Herding cats, it was like. I'd like to tell everybody the truth about that. The disciples were like herding cats, and you can read that in the New Testament. If you don't believe me, read it in the New Testament. Those of you that follow Paul, good luck. Paul. Jesus cleanses the lepers. Parable of a widow and judge. He spake a parable unto them. Remember, he had to speak in parables because it was like, The disciples were mentally challenged, would probably be a very easy term to understand. There was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. Imagine that in a world full of righteous wannabe bastards that think that judges really matter anyways. There's one teacher and there's one judge. Good luck with all that, everybody. Yeah, keep telling them to take an oath there, judgy boys and girls. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while, but afterwards he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her a continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Question mark. When the Son of Man cometh, he's going to avenge him. He'll avenge everything that was wrong. But the unjust judge sits there and says, yeah, I think because she came to me and she's driving me crazy, I'll avenge her. You know what happened to her because she got wronged by a bunch of succubus businessmen with lawyers. Monetary systems. Ain't they a joke? Quite annoying, I'd say. When he comes, will there be any faith left on this planet? Very little. Very little. I'd say the vast minority would be, yes, vast minority of it. Yeah, it's still here somewhere, kicking in the back of the room and kicking in the back of their minds, their souls, going, we gotta start getting back with God real quick, because, it's getting about that time. The signs in the air and the skies and in the heavens. And, yeah, we don't get in trouble down here and by all my greedy bastardness. Believe me, all your greed isn't worth one soul that was just lost as we're speaking. Not one. Not one soul. We're leaving people behind. The weakest and the most purest cannot survive in a world full of monsters, can they? Some are choosing suicide over serving their masters of the universe, the AI recreation of a businessman, tax man, government man, CEO man of a major corporation, in charge of everything, firing people, taking their health care, charging $400 for Advair to save their lives. Thank you very much, jackasses. Lord, come quickly. The vats are full. And all that think they're saved, I hope you check before he gets here. Because many are going to feel they're saved and they're not. He's going to vomit you out. Your ancestors, yeah. Yeah. A lot of them were dumber than a bag of hammers. You know that as well as I do. Yeah, they might get forgiveness for a lot of things they did. A lot of stuff's forgivable. Depends. I mean, there's a lot of good people out there that weren't hurting their brothers and sisters and using them, sucking their blood and their life out of them for profits. But an investor, man, you're just toast, bro. My investments were good. How much did you invest in Christ? How much did you invest in the kingdom? How much did you save in heaven for your riches? Well, here's what I did over here. Okay. I'm just saying. You're not your ancestors. They feared God. Oh, they feared. They're God-fearing. That right there. Oh, no, he's a loving God. He's all loving, all knowing. Oh, yeah, just piss him off and see what he does to you. Because he made your little neural processor and that spirit's his. So good luck with that. Anyway. Yeah. Want to know why? Want to know why, Flower? Because they're listening. You want to know why they're listening? Curiosity. That's why. That's why they're listening, Flower. Do you know that? They're curious. Why? Because the day that they came out of their mothers and they cried, that was the day that that life met its parents in the world. Seek love and compassion. And look what they did, Flower. Look what they did. They wanted love and compassion in the first, but they wanted everything else in the last now, didn't they? Who stole their choo-choo train in kindergarten? Would be the question. What made them turn bad and at what age? Children can't understand how evil in this is. We were innocent and watched our mothers and our dads in the 70s get abused by a system that was set up for the rich man in a tie. Is it a noose? Maybe that's a noose around their necks, a representation of their future. Those people were kind of cool. I liked them quite a bit. I mean, just cool that they tried to rebel, at least. Some senses of it. And then they got caught up in the drug gang, and that was ran by the damn people that were in charge in the first place. They fed them the drugs and jacked them up and destroyed them. No, that's what happened. Sorry, everybody, to bring the truth. They were in charge of that 60s hippie movement, too. And every time a Christ movement came out to be like Christ, to live like the kingdom, they called it a cult. And then they lifted up the sexual succubuses on purpose. Why? Because put your children in the school so we can teach them to be drones for us. And there's one teacher, and his name is Yeshua. God is only one God, and his name is God. You call him whatever you think it is. But they got the children young now, didn't they? And those of you that are saved, keep on keeping on. But you have to hear this. You have to know this. You have to know the fury of the Lord. You have to know he's not coming back to sit there and wash people's feet. He's coming back to burn, bundle and burn, and to judge the wicked, alive and in the grave. He's not coming back to say, you did a good job, little Billy. He's come back to say, oh, I don't know you now, do I? Oopsie. You was saving the best for last, right? Save the best for last. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They started all the wars, Flower. They funded the opposition. They've been doing it since the beginning. That's what they do. It's their MO. The drug addiction, the drug wars are theirs. They keep the people addicted so they don't rebel. Yeah. Look at Jason over there. He's a drug addict. Yeah, couldn't handle working 60 hours a week for nothing. He wanted freedom and love. How dare he want his time on the earth? Did he not understand that he is our servants? The rich? How dare... Wow, the little people. Look what they want. They want more money for a living. Oh my gosh. Healthcare. Oh, look at them. They're screaming about too much money and it just costs too much money for everything. What shall we do? Put them on drugs. Bring in fentanyl. Kills them like that. They can't take it. They're dead. It's kind of a cool thing now. Introducing it into everything. So if they decide to take anything to get a little reprieve from this world, they drop dead. Great plan. Get rid of the dissidents. Let's get rid of them. Let's just wipe them out. And the rest will get blood clots and respiratory illnesses because of a nice little virus. I couldn't have put together a better plan than what's being enacted right now if I was the devil himself. Literally. I couldn't do it. It'd be impossible. They have thought so many people are like, oh, that's a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying is true. You're just lying again. Does it make you feel better? Because you know I'm right. Why are you right, Ricky? Because I don't pay attention to, oh, yeah, this is just the way the society goes. I go, you're hurting them, you monstrous bastards. Your prophet is destroying people. You're causing pain and death and destruction on a cataclysmic level never seen before, actually. But as long as you're okay and you got your razors, and your trucks and your trailers and your 6,000 square foot mansion, it was all business now, wasn't it? Cattle have to be raised to be slaughtered now, don't they? So does sheep. How sweet. All those that suffer through this are saved. Sorry. You're abusing the saved. You're attacking Christ. You're sticking a thumb in his eye. Because that's his flock. That's the ones. That's his flock. The saved. Those souls are going to paradise. You're going to hell. Did you think it was going to be different? I don't understand. I'm not sure. Who told you that? I'm asking you, rich man. Who told you you were saved? Names would be nice. Was it your pastor? Or was it just you and your pride? Where did you think what you were doing was right? Was it just? Was it business? Was it just? Was it God? God blessed you? Is that what it is? It was a blessing. Oh. You stick to that narrative, please. Because it's going to get you far. Stay with it. Stay the course. Don't deviate. No. Stay at that heading and find out. Because your riches are not worth one soul, one tear from a child that goes without. One mother that can't afford to feed their children or live. One family or one individual is thrown out in the street that's homeless. Not one of their tears is worth. All your riches isn't worth the tear. And that is what payback will be. And it lasts for an eternity. Rhymes now, doesn't it? Just imagine your worst nightmares coming true. Repeatedly. Never-ending nightmare is what it's called. Great place. You're going to love it. Been there. Not going back. Anyway. Yeah, be will help, but the AI representation of you rich men. Form a local fellowship, rich men. Take your wealth. Gather the fellowship. Bring them to the Lord. With joy. With joy. Feed those that need food. House those that need housing. Take care of the least. Because I damn well guarantee you're going to be the last. Use your money and your wealth now while you still can. 1,000 smiles, 100, 2 people smiling. You save one person from homelessness, one family, one individual that loses everything, and you stop that, and you get them a place to stay. Well, they'll just ruin. They're just drug addicts. 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 Okay. What about those that are not? What about those that are begging and crying every night, being raped and beaten on the streets of our major cities in a tent? What about those that are not drug addicts? What about those that need help? It's always a blanket excuse for the rich. I gave to a charity. All that money went to somebody's pocket. You know as well as I do, it's a lie. Walk down the street and lift up those that need to be lifted. You'll see Christ in these people. You'll see the Lord in some of them, and the others are wicked as hell. They got devils inside of them. And if you can't exorcise the devils, that's up to you. But there is those that are in need, are not full of evil spirits. They don't have unclean spirits like we just read about. There's those that are falling right now into that, and you need to step in. Every one of you rich men to be catching the last. You need to be throwing nets down and stopping people from going into turmoil where they're homeless and helpless. Every rich man should unite and say, we are done with this. We're going to catch all of them. No man, no woman, no child sleeps on the streets again. The devils can stay there and do what the devils do, but there will be another, not another soul sent to those hellholes. Call them out with the name of the Lord and give them reprieve. Because I damn well guarantee if you stay the course you're in, you're going to throw down everything you got at his feet and say, look, Lord, look what I have. And he's going to say, I don't fucking know you. Thanks for watching.